Claude recently released their new update for 3.5 versions and introduced the new feature which is called computer use. So with this new update, Claude is now faster, more accurate, designed to handle more complex problems, from data analysis to writing and coding. So whether if you're an AI enthusiast, developer, researcher, this new update will really improve the ways you're using Claude to a whole new level. With that being said, we can see Anthropic is introducing computer use, a new Claude 3.5 Sonnet. So actually this is upgraded version, and Claude 3.5 Haiku. So this is lighter version of actually 3.5 Sonnet. And there we can read. Today we are announcing an upgraded Claude 3.5 Sonnet and a new model Claude 3.5 Haiku. The upgraded Claude 3.5 Sonnet delivers across-the-board improvements over its predecessor, with particularly significant gains in coding, an area where it already led this field. So actually here also we can read that they are introducing a groundbreaking new capability in public beta, computer use. And overall in this video later on I will show you a very great video that explains this feature. And actually this is very amazing, therefore stay to the end. Because developers can direct Claude to use computers the way people do, by looking at the screen, moving a cursor, clicking buttons and typing text. So overall this is kind of very interesting, because previously we didn't have this possibility in any different, I would say, AI model. So definitely for now it is only in the beta, nevertheless this technology is expanding. Also what is very amazing are the improvements of the new model, because overall here you've got actually the comparison of different models, from the GPT-4o, Gemini, and actually the Claude 3.5 Sonnet. And also there you can notice that these are our new models, and for instance this is Claude 3.5 Sonnet. So for example when it comes to graduate level reasoning, we've got 5% improvement. There maybe actually the percentage is not that high, because overall Claude 3.5 Sonnet was very good. Nevertheless, actually you can see high school math competition, 7% more. Here for instance, let's go over with the agentic coding. It's approximately 16% more than previously. And here also we've got the comparison with the GPT-4o. So there actually the statistics in each case are just better. We don't have the GPT-1o because we don't have actually the full access to this the model. So nevertheless, Claude 3.5 Sonnet after its update is definitely one of the most effective tools that we have actually on the marketplace. Because again, we've got a huge actually advantages. So there even highlighted values are the biggest actually from the specific model. Also there we can see that this green highlights like shows where actually we've got the biggest value. So actually for almost every case, Claude 3.5 Sonnet is the best, only like math problem solving is better in the Gemini Pro. Nevertheless here that's very impressive, because actually the advantages are again very big and significant. And even now let's preview what is this new computer use feature that Claude lately introduced.
So I'm Sam and I'm one of the researchers here at Anthropic. Computer use is something that we felt was going to be important for a while now. And so today we're going to be talking about a very early version we have of computer use and walking through a representative example of the things we think it's going to be useful for. We're going to be going through a quick demo today. In this fictional demo, a customer, in this case the Ant Equipment Company, has come to us and asked us to fill out a vendor request form. The data I need to fill out this form is scattered in various places on my computer. What we're going to do is ask Claude to look at the spreadsheet, check if Ant Equipment is in there, and if not, move over to the CRM and try and find some more information there. Once it has this data, Claude's going to then fill out the form for us and hopefully transfer the information across to the vendor form. First thing that's going to happen is Claude's going to start taking screenshots of my screen and quickly realizes that the Ant Equipment Company isn't actually in the spreadsheet. So the first thing it does is it swaps over to a CRM and searches for the company we're interested in. Luckily, we get a search match, and Claude then starts scrolling through the page, looking for all the information it needs to fill out this form. Claude then autonomously starts transferring the information across without me having to do anything, and goes through the steps and fills out all the information needed. And then submits the form. This example is representative of a lot of drudge work that people have to do. This is available in the API. We're excited for people to try it, and we should expect things to get a lot better over the coming months.
And now actually, after we were speaking about all of the new capabilities of the new models, and we previewed the computer use inside of the Claude, let's get into it and actually use it. So test out the new models on the specific data. Also there for this case, here you can see we can choose the model. So there we've got the new model, so Claude 3.5 Sonnet, and it's actually the bracket, so the new. So there we'll see if it manages to actually solve our problems or the questions that will provide. So let's test it out firstly in terms of problem solving abilities. So I've got the following prompt. You have 3 boxes. One contains only apples, one contains only oranges, and one contains both apples and oranges. Each box is labeled incorrectly. You're allowed to open only one box and take out one piece of fruit without looking inside. How can you determine which box contains both fruits? And let's see how it will work. So we've got the following data, and I especially like the thinking process of actually the Claude, because here we've got, let me solve this step by step. First, let me write out the constraints quoted from the problem. There are 3 boxes, one box has only apples, one has only oranges, and one box has both apples and oranges. So kind of we've got the first step, which is actually collecting the data. And now, let's consider what this means. If all boxes are labeled incorrectly, and we have boxes of apples, oranges, and mixed, none of them labels match their contents. We can only get one piece of information by taking out one fruit from one box. And there we've got a thinking process. So the key insight is that each box is labeled incorrectly. If we pick the box labeled mixed, we know it cannot contain both fruits. It also cannot contain what it's labeled to contain. So the box labeled mixed must contain only one type of fruit. And there we've got the solution. So we should take a fruit from the box labeled mixed. So kind of, it just unfolded our entire problem into smaller pieces and actually provided the step-by-step processing. From collecting the data, actually like thinking about it, what does it mean? And to the thinking strategically. So there we've got the proper solution, and there this is completely true, that we should take a fruit from the box labeled mixed. So there we've got the conclusion. Therefore, by taking just one fruit from the box labeled mixed, we can determine which box contains both fruits by following this logic. Let's now even provide something more complex. 3 people, A, B, and C are wearing hats. They know the hats are either red or blue, but they don't know the color of their own hat. A can see B and C's hats. B can see A and C's hats, and there we've got actually more information about it, and that are very complex and I can say more structured, and for now definitely we won't read it. Let's see how Claude can manage this problem and break this down into some pieces and solve it properly. So again, let's preview that. Again, we've got the sorted data, which is truly amazing because the first step whenever you would like to solve the problem, it's gathering the data, putting into nice form that will be visible. And after we've got actually the analysis, so there we can see. Therefore, this is the entire process, which is very complex. It handles it perfectly, and there we've got the answer. C's hat must be red, which is definitely true in that case. Also, the new models have improved the coding abilities. So there we've got the following prompt. Create a Python game where the player navigates a maze using text commands like go north, go east, etc. The player must find the exit while avoiding traps. Each move should reveal the player's new location, and if they hit a trap, they lose the game. The maze layout should be hard-coded. So let's see how it will work and test it out. So after doing that, we've got a code. And there what we can do, we can copy that and go over and see if that works. So now let's paste that and see what will happen. So yeah, it's running. And we've got current maze state. So there I can provide something like go south, and it's moving. So we are here, and this is the exit. So we need to go over to the exit. So again, I can go over, go south, and there go east. However, I see one problem because there we've got two traps. I can't manage to go through this trap. So there it should be actually to accomplish. Nevertheless, we've got this problem. So whenever I will go over east, yeah, the game over because I went into the trap. So let's fix that. For this case, I can go ahead and make a screenshot of the problem and there go to the cloud. I can type, there is no way to avoid going through this trap. So the game is impossible to win. I can go ahead and paste the screenshot and there see if that will manage to actually solve it. So we've got the new version of the code. Let's copy that again. And now just paste there and see how it performs. Yeah, we've got it. So we can go over. So for this case, I can type go east again, go south, and let's see if that will work. So yeah, you won. Thanks for playing. So by this way, we created our game in the cloud, and it was easy to do. We only had one problem, which was very minor, I can say. We didn't have any the error in the code, everything worked great, and the entire code, right there we've got 130 lines of the code. And definitely it is something very solid. So again, we created our game with the new Claude 3.5 model. So definitely these improvements of the model allows us to even better work with the cloud, because the capabilities of this model are even better. We have just less problems, less errors. Also the computer use, which is the new feature that Claude introduced, is very interesting. So definitely there is happening a lot with the AI field, so subscribe to this channel to see the latest updates actually from the AI. And also remember about leaving the like for the YouTube algorithm. For now this is everything, I will see you in the next videos.